All right, fellas, welcome back to the channel. And today, this is going to be a pre product review. And what I mean by that is, I recently received this. Um, it was not a gift from a sponsor, etc. This is something that come out of my own money. As I like to joke around, my channel is sponsored by my wife, who puts up with me, you know, purchasing things. So this is Vallejo Express paint. I'm getting ready to show you. This is the Vallejo Express paint kit. Now, Express paint is Vallejo's version of Army Painter's Quick Paint or Game Workshop's um, contrast. So, first off, it's got a user's guide in it. That is kind of cool. And it's just showing you all the different paint sets you can buy. Oh, look, it's got the color wheel. It's letting you know which colors are complementary and triadic. So we've got some art theory here. Very cool. Then, some other products they sell. And then a step by step of how to paint a miniature. Pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff right there. Not stuff that I necessarily, you know what? Never mind. I was getting ready to say not stuff that I necessarily need. But you know what? You're never too old to learn. So I'm going to have to read this. I mean, the way they're showing how to do flesh is really nice. So, yeah, this is a pretty good book. I mean, if I were a starter painter, oh man, this would have helped. Like, had I had this back in the 90s, 80s, that would have really helped me out, but I didn't. And then this is the Game Color and Express color charts. What is this? I don't know. Okay, it is a gigantic fold out thing that has a bunch of colors on it, and it talks about, okay, over here we've got highlight colors, base colors, shadows, color washes, express colors, game colors. I use a lot of Vallejo game colors, so neat. Just letting you know. Now I have Army Painters Quick Paint, and of course I have Vallejo Model Color. This is actually smoky ink, so this is an ink. It's not a, but like here's a Vallejo white. Even though there's better stuff out there, some people would argue, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I'm a huge fan of the P3 products. You know what I mean? The Pro Acryl. That's kind of neat. Isn't that kind of neat? So we've got our case, and it has all the colors that are on the case in the case on it. But I think backwards. So let me pull that out. That's Templar white in the corner. And where do they got? Yep, Templar white. So this is backwards. Now, one thing I wish they would have done is stuck something like this and put it on the inside so that if you had it opened, it would tell you which colors are which. Because while they're seated in this is hard foam, like it's foam, but it's very, very tough foam. And they're in there really good. They're going nowhere, right? It would be nice to be able to have this open in front of you like that and have a little thing showing you which color is which color. Now, this will set you back about 2 Benjamins. So not cheap. But 60 paints. That means that the paints are like $250 each. That's half off if you bought them individually. So that's not, it's like on the one hand, it's a big upfront investment. On the other hand, it's actually a huge savings. So I am going to have to use this. Let's see what colors we got. We've got Black Lotus, Wicked Purple, Forest Green, Monastic Green, Heretic Turquoise, Legacy Blue, Seraph Red, Zombie Flesh. Nice. Starship Still. See if anything sticks out. Military Yellow. That's a good one. Rotten Flesh. That's a good one. Mummy White. Bag of Bones. I've already used Bag of Bones and I love it. Khaki Drill. Nice. Lizard Green. That's cool because I'm getting ready to paint up a bunch of troglodytes for no particular reason, in case anybody's wondering. And some of this I've already used because I already have them. But I'd never had lizard green, so maybe our trogs are going to be painted up in lizard green. So once I've used that a little bit, I mean, the Xpress paints I've already used have been amazing. And then for storage, these cost about $33, right? Not cheap, but it's a decent hard case. And when you open it up, it's got all of the little where you can punch these out to put your miniatures in, right? So each one of these will hold about 108 miniatures. So what I'm going to actually do, the reason I bought new ones, is I'm going to actually take the 2 new ones I bought and I'm going to label them, put a label on them, what's in them. So that instead of when I run my D&D game, instead of having to dig through so many different cases, right, to try to find some orcs or whatever the hell I'm looking for, I can just look at the case and be like, okay, the orcs are on the second row, you know. Plus, I think, I don't know. I'm hoping it'll just make the game easier and quicker for me. Our game last week was really good, and hopefully I can keep up that kind of energy. But anyway, that's all. Just a little product review. If you've used the Vallejo Xpress paints, how do you feel about them? You know, I mean, the ones I've used have all seemed really good, but and I am definitely going to be reading this user's guide because yeah, because I by no means think as a painter I know everything or even anything. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be double checking that out and maybe up my game a little bit. I mean, I'm lucky because most of the time my miniatures are being used either for combat, skirmish combats and stuff like that, like Frostgrave, or where we're playing D&D. So, you know, or some other game where I decide that miniatures are appropriate. And so that's good. That's good stuff. All that said, I'm going to let you go then. And thank you for sitting here with this video. And peace and love to all of you. And I will see you in the next.